Ford is more than an automaker. It is a force that quietly shaped the way we work, travel, and dream. From the Industrial Revolution in Detroit to the highways of today, Henry Ford's vision has touched every aspect of modern life. His innovations didn't just build cars. They created movements, redefined industry, and inspired generations. Every Ford tells a story of ambition and ingenuity. From the first affordable Model T to today's cutting-edge electric vehicles, the company blends engineering excellence with cultural impact. Across decades, Ford has proven that innovation is not just about machines, it's about changing the world. Fact 1. In 1926, Ford did something revolutionary. It gave workers their time back. While most industries demanded 6 exhausting days of labor, Henry Ford introduced the 5-day, 40-hour workweek. Critics mocked the idea, calling it inefficient and risky. But Ford believed rested workers were happier, more productive, and better customers. That single decision reshaped modern life. Weekends became a global norm, leisure industries flourished, and families gained precious time together. Ford didn't just build cars, it changed how the world works, proving progress isn't only mechanical, but deeply human. Fact 2. The Mustang is one of the iconic names in automotive history, but it vanished before it began. Ford originally planned to call the car the Torino, even using the internal code name Cougar. Executives feared the Mustang name felt risky, unconventional, and too aggressive for mainstream buyers at the time worldwide. At the last moment, designer John Najjar convinced leadership to keep Mustang, inspired by the P-51 fighter plane. The gamble worked beyond imagination. When the car launched in 1964, the Mustang became a cultural phenomenon, selling over 1 million units in its first 18 months and defining American performance forever. Fact 3. In 1913, Ford changed manufacturing forever by introducing the moving assembly line. Instead of workers walking around a car, the car came to them. This single innovation reduced production time for a Model T from 12 hours to just 90 minutes. The impact was revolutionary. Costs dropped, efficiency soared, and cars became accessible to everyday families. This system wasn't just copied by automakers. It reshaped global manufacturing. From electronics to appliances, the modern factory was born inside Ford's walls, quietly powering the industrial world we know today. Fact 4. Before the Model T, automobiles were luxury toys for the wealthy elite. Ford changed that forever. By combining mass production with smart engineering, the Model T became the first truly affordable car for ordinary people. Its simple design, durable construction, and low price opened the door to personal mobility like never before. As prices dropped, millions of families gained independence. Farmers reached markets faster, cities expanded, and modern road culture was born. The Model T didn't just put America on wheels, it gave the world freedom of movement, transforming society one driveway at a time. Fact 5. In April 1964, Ford prepared to unveil the Mustang at the New York World's Fair. But days before the official launch, a dealership in Canada unknowingly sold the very first production Mustang to an airline pilot. The car wasn't meant to leave the showroom yet. When Ford realized the mistake, executives rushed to buy it back. The owner refused, driving it daily for years. That accidental sale transformed an ordinary transaction into automotive history, making the first Mustang a legend born from pure coincidence. Fact 6. In the late 1960s, Ford introduced a small detail that would become iconic: sequential turn signals. First appearing on the Ford Thunderbird, the flowing light pattern was designed to clearly communicate direction while adding a touch of visual drama. It wasn't just stylish, it was practical, improving visibility and safety on busy roads. Decades later, the idea returned stronger than ever. modern Mustangs proudly revive sequential indicators, proving that great design never fades. What began as a simple innovation became a signature, blending function and flair into a timeless Ford identity. Fact 7. Though remembered as an American racing triumph, the legendary GT40 was largely British-born. After failing to buy Ferrari, Ford turned to engineers in England, establishing Ford Advanced Vehicles in Slough. Much of the GT40's design, development, and testing happened on British soil. From chassis tuning to aerodynamics, British expertise shaped the car that would dominate Le Mans. When the GT40 finally defeated Ferrari, it wasn't just an American victory. It was a transatlantic masterpiece forged through international collaboration and relentless ambition. Fact 8. During NASCAR's golden era, Ford took competition to the skies. In the 1960s, the company allegedly used small aircraft to fly over rival teams' private test sessions. From above, engineers could observe car setups, speeds, and aerodynamic tweaks hidden from competitors. This aerial intelligence gave Ford valuable insight into rivals' strategies. While controversial, it revealed how seriously Ford treated racing. Victory wasn't left to chance. It was engineered, observed, and calculated. In motorsport, knowledge is power, and Ford wanted every advantage possible. Fact 9. The name GT350 sounds carefully engineered, but its origin was surprisingly casual. When asked how far the new Shelby Mustang's shop was from his office, Carroll Shelby reportedly counted his footsteps, roughly 350 of them. That number stuck. There was no hidden formula, no performance code, just Shelby's instinct and confidence. The result became legendary. GT350 evolved from a simple measurement into a symbol of raw American performance, proving that sometimes history begins with a walk and a bold decision. Fact 10. Here's a truth few collectors realize. There were no true 1970 Shelby GT500s ever built. Due to slow sales and production challenges, Ford was left with unsold 1969 models. Rather than scrap them, the cars were reserialized and sold as 1970 models. Mechanically and visually, they remained unchanged. Only paperwork and badges told a different story. Today, this oddity makes 1970 Shelbys uniquely rare, turning a marketing decision into one of muscle car history's most fascinating footnotes. Fact 11. The very first automotive recall was not due to engines, brakes, or steering. It was because of faulty seat construction. In 1914, Ford discovered that some Model T seats had weak frames that could fail during use, potentially putting drivers at risk. Ford responded quickly, notifying owners and replacing the defective seats. This incident set the precedent for modern recalls, showing that safety and customer trust were priorities even in the early days of mass production. It's a reminder that innovation comes with responsibility, and even the simplest components can define a brand's legacy. Fact 12. In the late 1920s, Henry Ford embarked on one of the most ambitious and unusual adventures in automotive history. Fordlandia, a secret city deep in the Amazon, was built to produce rubber for Ford tires, complete with factories, housing, schools, and even an American-style town square. But the project was plagued by logistical nightmares, climate challenges, and cultural misunderstandings. Crops failed, workers rebelled, and the dream of an Amazonian industrial utopia crumbled. Fordlandia stands today as a fascinating reminder of ambition, ingenuity, and the limits of even the greatest industrial minds. Fact 13. Before Ford's innovation, car keys were simple and often frustrating, requiring careful insertion in the correct orientation. Ford revolutionized convenience with the invention of the double-sided car key, allowing the key to work no matter how it was inserted. This simple, yet brilliant design transformed the everyday driving experience, making it faster and more reliable to start a car. Today, the concept remains standard across virtually all vehicles, a testament to Ford's ability to solve small problems with lasting impact. Fact 14. The monster truck phenomenon owes its origin to a humble Ford pickup. In the late 1970s, drivers began modifying these sturdy trucks with oversized tires and reinforced suspensions to tackle extreme stunts. What started as a dare quickly evolved into a spectacle that would captivate audiences worldwide. Ford pickups provided the perfect foundation, reliable, durable, and powerful enough to handle extreme modifications. This innovation sparked an entirely new motorsport, where the roar of engines and the thrill of crushing cars created a cultural phenomenon that continues to entertain millions today. Fact 15. Ford's expertise extended far beyond automobiles, reaching all the way to the moon. During the Apollo program, Ford supplied critical components, including structural parts and precision-engineered assemblies that helped NASA safely transport astronauts to the lunar surface. This partnership highlighted Ford's commitment to engineering excellence, precision manufacturing, and innovation. The same principles that powered cars on Earth were adapted to withstand the extreme conditions of space, proving that Ford's impact was not just on roads, but across the universe, helping humanity achieve one of its greatest feats. Fact 16. The Ford Pinto, introduced in the early 1970s, was intended to be a compact, affordable car for the American public. However, it became infamous for a dangerous design flaw. Its fuel tank could rupture in rear-end collisions, causing fires. The resulting public outcry and legal battles made the Pinto one of the most notorious automotive scandals in history. Ford faced intense scrutiny, recalls, and lawsuits, forcing the company to confront the balance between cost, safety, and engineering ethics. The Pinto scandal remains a cautionary tale, reminding the industry and consumers alike that innovation must always prioritize human life over expedience or profit. Fact 17. In the early 1980s, Ford faced declining sales and fierce competition from Japanese automakers. The Taurus project was a bold gamble, a completely new design philosophy aimed at redefining the family sedan. Engineers and designers worked tirelessly, pushing the limits of aerodynamics, comfort, and innovation. Their risk paid off. When the Taurus launched in 1986, it instantly captivated buyers with its futuristic design and advanced features. It became a commercial triumph, securing Ford's position in the market and proving that daring to innovate, even under pressure, can transform a company's destiny. Fact 18. During the 2008 financial meltdown, the American auto industry faced unprecedented challenges. While rivals General Motors and Chrysler turned to the government for financial lifelines, Ford chose a different path. Under CEO Alan Mulally, the company leveraged its own resources, selling assets and securing private loans to stay afloat. This decision required courage and precise planning. By refusing a bailout, Ford maintained autonomy and avoided government oversight, ultimately emerging stronger. The Taurus, F-Series, and other models continued production, proving that calculated risk, fiscal discipline, and belief in one's own strategy can overcome even the most daunting economic storms. Fact 19. The Ford F-Series has become an icon of American automotive history, holding the title of best-selling vehicle in the United States for decades. From rugged workhorses on farms to dependable companions on city streets, the F-Series blends power, durability, and versatility. Each generation pushes the limits of innovation while staying true to the brand's roots. Its legacy is not just in numbers, but in cultural impact. Families, workers, and adventurers alike trust the F-Series to perform under any conditions. From the original F-100 to the latest F-150, Ford's commitment to quality, engineering excellence, and understanding of driver needs has created a truck that is both practical and legendary. Fact 20. In the 1940s, Henry Ford experimented with creating cars using soybean-based plastic panels, blending agriculture with automotive engineering. His vision was revolutionary: to design vehicles that were lighter, more sustainable, and harnessed natural materials. The soybean car was not just a novelty, it represented a commitment to thinking differently, merging industry and environment in ways few had imagined. Though the soybean car never reached mass production, it highlighted Ford's experimental spirit and willingness to take risks for innovation. It set a precedent for future automotive research, inspiring generations to explore sustainable materials and alternative manufacturing methods. This curious chapter in Ford's history reminds us that true visionaries are never afraid to imagine the impossible. Fact 21. The Ford Sierra RS500, built in the late 1980s, became a legend in motorsports, boasting one of the highest win rates of any race car in history. With its turbocharged engine, lightweight chassis, and aerodynamic body, the R500 dominated touring car championships, proving that engineering precision and raw power could coexist flawlessly. Drivers and teams quickly recognized its potential, pushing the RS500 to record after record, its iconic livery and aggressive stance becoming symbols of racing excellence. Even today, enthusiasts celebrate its dominance, highlighting Ford's ability to craft vehicles that excel not just on streets, but on tracks where speed, skill, and strategy collide. The RS500 remains a benchmark of motorsport innovation and competitive spirit. Fact 22. Henry Ford wasn't just a genius of industry. He was famously meticulous, and some might even say, delightfully petty. In one notable incident, a customer sued Ford for a trivial claim, and after the case concluded, Ford insisted on collecting the tiny amount he was owed, exactly 6 cents. This story reflects not malice, but his unwavering attention to principle and detail. Every penny mattered, just as every bolt, every process, and every innovation in his factories mattered. Ford's insistence on precision and accountability, even in the smallest matters, helped shape the rigorous culture that propelled his company to historic success, proving that sometimes even 6 cents can teach a lasting lesson. Fact 23. The iconic Ford logo, recognized worldwide, carries a secret that connects it directly to its founder. Its flowing script is actually modeled after Henry Ford's own handwriting, immortalizing his personal touch in every car that bears the emblem. This wasn't just branding. It was a signature of authenticity, a subtle mark of pride and dedication from the man who revolutionized the automobile. By embedding his handwriting into the company logo, Ford created more than just a design. He forged a connection between the founder and every vehicle on the road, a reminder that innovation and personal vision were inseparable. Today, whenever you see the blue oval, you're not just seeing a logo, you're witnessing a legacy handwritten by the very man who changed the world of cars forever. Ford didn't just build cars, it built a culture, a way of life, and a history that continues to shape the world. From the revolutionary Model T to the Mustang, the F-Series, and even contributions to space exploration, Ford's innovations redefined what's possible in transportation, work, and technology. Every assembly line, every invention, every daring risk told a story of vision, persistence, and impact. The company's legacy stretches far beyond the vehicles it produced. It influenced how people live, work, and dream, creating opportunities, reshaping industries, and inspiring generations to push the boundaries of what cars and humans can achieve. Ford is not just a name on a logo, it is a symbol of innovation, courage, and enduring influence that changed the world forever. Every time we see a Ford on the road, we're reminded that history moves fast, but true vision lasts a lifetime.